Today, we are going to be watching Money Laundering. Why are there so many mattress stores? I'm going to be honest with you, I had no idea what money laundering was until a little while ago because I watched Breaking Bad for the first time and I learned about it. So, let's check it out!
Since I started this channel, this has been by far and away the most requested topic of all time. Today we're talking about mattress stores and why they're absolutely everywhere, because let's face it, if you've been on the internet for like 5 minutes in the past 10 years, you've probably seen the memes or seen the Reddit threads or any other number of things where
And the bad thing about the mattress stores is, one, I never see a mother sucker in there because I'm not in there, so I guess I wouldn't know. But two, I also was having to buy a mattress a while ago, and I guess like the economy or like the creator economy or the incentive economy about buying a mattress is actually crazy. Like if you go on Reddit and you're like, what is the greatest mattress of all time? I want it to be like this. And you read the comments, it's 90% bots just trying to give you codes or like saying you should buy this or you should buy that. And they're only trying to get you to buy their mattress. It's so weird.
people are convinced that mattress stores are a front for laundering money, right? I mean, that's the only plausible explanation because there's literally mattress stores across the street from mattress stores. You've been in a mattress store, you've never seen any other customers there ever. The average person buys a new mattress once every 12 years.
Yeah, I just keep ringing mine out.
Why is there 17 mattress stores in a town that's got 30,000 people? It doesn't make any sense. So after receiving thousands of comments to look into it, I have finally looked into it and I have come to the conclusion it absolutely is not money laundering, but they're definitely up to something. And to be honest with you, it's kind of genius and we're gonna get into it right after word from our sponsor.
Who?
Delete me.
Optimus Prime?
Go ahead, show them your Christmas presents. My little Transformers.
Aww.
All right, get
My dad likes Transformers.
out of here.
He farted! No! That Transformer needs an oil change! Why are they corrupt this thing?
All right, you guys know the deal. Delete Me, online subscription model. You give them money every month. They turn around and make sure the data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does this actually do in practice? It gets rid of a bunch of robocalls and spam emails. And on top of that, your personal info isn't just
I don't know why my finger just went down like that.
floating around the internet for anybody to be able to buy for a couple of bucks. Ken, I know what you're thinking because I thought the same thing. I don't want to give Delete Me all my personal information either. I'm trying to get my personal information off the internet. Why would I give it to an internet company? You don't really have to give them your personal information. It's honestly kind of creepy. I gave them my name and my email address and that was it. They came back to me a couple of days later and was like, is this your address or one of your previous addresses?
That's kind of scary. Were you at this Publix the other day getting a pub sub, standing in line for 400 freaking hours because sometimes whenever you go and get a sub, they take forever, but other times they're really fast? Yeah!
It was. Is this your mom's full name? Uh-huh. Is that your dad's full name? Uh-huh. Are you related to this person? Did you go to this high school? They knew everything about me and knew exactly who I was just by me giving them my name and my email. All I had to do was answer.
Please do not look up what I was like in high school. You will be even more disappointed than you think you would be. I was the kid wearing the DeviantArt sweater, drawing stuff in the back of the room, reading Warrior Cats and Homestuck.
A couple of yes or no questions as to whether or not that was in fact me, which it was, at which point they're like, cool, go ahead, pay for our subscription service. We'll go to all the data brokers where we found this information and force them to delete it. And as long as you keep being a paying member, they will continue to monitor all of these data brokers for your personal information. And if these data brokers do acquire it again, they will force them to delete it again.
Yeah! Hold them up by the scruff, get their underwear, put them on top of like the flagpole, wave them around for everybody to see, throw tomatoes.
Not only does this mean your personal information isn't floating around on the internet, it also means you're going to get less telemarketer phone calls, you're going to get less spam emails. In my opinion, it's definitely worth it. I've been using them since before they were paying me to talk about them, and I'm going to keep using them after they quit paying me to talk about them. If you want to give it a try, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. Okay, mattress stores, laundering money. I'm going to be honest with you, I've avoided making this video for like several years now because I've known the entire time that they weren't laundering money. I knew they were up to something, but I knew it wasn't that because at face value, it didn't make any sense. And
what if they were just like the mob?
I knew that because I know what money laundering is, and the average person doesn't really know what money laundering is. They like kind of have a general idea and they know it's bad, so it just like is an easy plug and play answer to justify things that they don't understand. Okay, basically everything looks like a conspiracy theory if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's pretty much what this amounts to.
True, but sometimes it's fun because then you can just make stuff up and spread lies on the internet and get updates at Reddit Platinum.
Okay, so let's know what we're talking about. What is money laundering?
Money laundering is when make illegal money, then put into business to pretend that money not illegal because it is buying a service or a good, even though it's actually not buying the service or good, but now you can actually use it in the economy? I've never done that, but I just think that's it.
Money laundering, laundering, like cleaning, like doing laundry. Basically, you're taking dirty money and you're making it clean. Dirty money, obviously referring to money that you've acquired through illegal means, like prostitution or selling illegal drugs.
Wait, what? I'm not doing that!
Clean money, referring to like honest, hard-earned money that you got from your W-2 paying job.
For the rest of my money. And look at the piece Uncle Sam getting. With that much money, you ought to at least take me out to dinner and tell me I'm pretty.
So
or at least fill the 900 potholes outside my neighborhood. How about we start with that one?
simply put, money laundering is just basically taking money that you've acquired through illegal means and making it appear as though you earned it legally in the eyes of the government. Why is that important? Well, because hypothetically speaking, let's say that you're a drug dealer and you make $10 million a year selling illegal drugs. You now have $10 million.
They making stonks like that? Maybe I'm in the wrong business.
Dollars in cash, and you can't really do anything with it. You can't put it in the bank. You can't go buy a house. You can't go buy that Ferrari or that Lamborghini you wanted, because the second
I will never buy an expensive car. Mainly it's because I feel like it's bad whenever you drive it off the lot and then it loses value, and then I have to drive the same speed as everybody else because I live in Florida and there's so many undercover cops and they just pull you over in a minivan.
you start spending millions of dollars a year, the IRS is going to pop up and be like, what? Where the fuck did you get all this money? You don't even have a job. And then they find out that you got it by slinging dope. They confiscate all your money. They throw your ass in prison. It's game over. So if you want to be able to spend all that dirty money, you got to clean it and pay taxes on it to make it appear as though you earned it honestly. And the way a lot of people have done that historically is they'll buy a laundromat or a car wash. They'll buy a business that has a very
Walter White! Wait, he bought a car wash!
high volume of sales that isn't a very high dollar amount per sale, and then they can just artificially inflate the number of sales that they had. So for example, the TV show Breaking Bad, right?
Yes! Yes, yes, yes! CTV does teach you something, mother suckers!
Walter White, the main character, he's dealing meth. He's making like $7 million a year. He needs to come up with
Dude, people hated her. And whenever I watched the show, I thought she was straight up gonna start killing mother suckers and being insufferable. But I mean, to be fair, she learned that her husband was like a drug dealer and was kind of helpful in the beginning. I thought she was gonna be way worse.
a way to justify to the government how he made that money. So his wife buys a car wash, and then that car wash is how he claims that he earned all that income. And the car wash is a legit business. It's a real car wash. They're actually there. It has employees. They're washing cars, but his car wash only washes like, say, 20 cars a day, and he goes through and rings it up as though they washed 100 cars a day. And then to pay for those other 80 car washes, he uses his illegal drug money, and then he gets to tell the IRS, I washed 100 cars, here's how I came up with this money. And he does that every single day on a loop, repeat over and over again, till he justifies all that drug money.
And when do we get to the part where she sings happy birthday and it was probably the most cringe scene I'd ever seen on TV and had to turn away and go get a snack? That was the worst thing I have ever seen. That was horrible.
I gotta do it, man.
And this is pretty much how I knew that all these mattress stores weren't being used for laundering money, because it doesn't line up with the business model, right? If you're wanting to launder money, you want to be able to say, I washed 100 cars today, when in reality you only washed 20. You can't.
Also, because the slander has been coming up a lot, there is no Arby's money laundering because all the Arby's in Florida are closing. They weren't even good at that, apparently. And I liked Arby's.
Really do the same thing with selling mattresses, because there's a paper trail. Okay, think about it. If you get audited by the IRS and they're like, I don't think you actually washed 100 cars. Cool, fucking prove it. I said I did. I typed it into the cash register. Guess what? I did. The end.
Chicken butt.
They can't prove shit. If you turn around and try doing it with mattresses and you're like, I sold 100 mattresses on Tuesday, all they have to do is go to the mattress factory manufacturer that you buy mattresses from and be like, hey, how many mattresses has this guy sold this year? How many has he bought from you? Oh, he's bought 100 mattresses this entire year and he's telling me he sold 20,000 mattresses? Obviously, he's fucking lying. Game over, you lose, the end.
Inventory always screws you. Destroys every restaurant. Destroys every grocery store. Absolutely destroys any money laundering business. It's unfair, man.
Buh! Couldn't they also look at all the cleaning supplies that you didn't use for your car wash and know that you weren't actually cleaning that many cars? Buh! Yeah, sure, they could, but I mean, think about it. It's fucking soap and water. Just buy enough soap to wash 100 cars and then dump all the soap that you don't use down the fucking drain.
And buy enough bikinis. So that way people think you have employees.
Ta-da, the evidence is gone. Okay, do that with mattresses. You've got to explain why you're taking 7 semi-loads of brand new mattresses to the landfill every fucking week, and they're gonna catch your ass. Okay, on top of that, another reason money laundering selling mattresses doesn't work is because mattresses are like anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, and the average person only buys one mattress every 12 years.
And they make the mattresses, that's a sexy car. They make the mattresses that you can go like, and then they also make like the ones that vibrate, not for me though. And they also make like the water mattresses, but I've never had like a water bed. I just feel like the logistics of that would be very poor. Like, do you have to refill the bed all the time? Do you have to like supply goldfish? Nobody ever knows.
Is that what I think it is? Customers.
Meaning that if you're trying to launder money by selling mattresses and your mattress store's in a town with 50,000 people and over the course of a decade you sell 180,000 mattresses, that's gonna raise some eyebrows, whereas something like a car wash or a laundromat won't, because guess what? People are washing their cars hundreds of times. People are doing laundry every fucking week. Like,
and they sell passes to where you can wash your car as much as you want in a month. And the crazy thing is I have never seen as many car washes as I had until I lived in Louisiana. For some reason, everybody be washing their car. I don't know why.
This is a recurring thing that you can justify. This is why doing money laundering via selling mattresses doesn't make any sense. So the entire conspiracy theory that mattress stores are a front for laundering money, complete fucking nonsense. No, they aren't, okay? That doesn't change the fact they're definitely up to something. We agree on that. Because
and another bad thing to admit is like when I had my first car, I did not wash it for over 4 years, even one time. I never brought it to a car wash. I never washed it myself. I just did a rain dance in the hope that the weather took care of it.
They're everywhere, right? It's insane. I live in a town of 35,000 people. We've got like 7 mattress stores inside of this town. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There's literally mattress firms across the street from other mattress firms. Like, they're definitely up to something. And it took me a little while, but I finally figured out what they're up to, and it's completely legal, but it's also brilliant.
Yes, the real estate play. Ah, the real estate play has ruined the funness of America. All the time, there used to be stores that were full of whimsy and joy. They'd have Taco Bell that had like the fun little Dixie cup designs. They'd straight up have play places in McDonald's, and then they got rid of it because they wanted to be able to resell the real estate after they were done with it. They're just buying the land.
It's just one big real estate play. That's the entire business model. They don't actually give a shit about selling mattresses. They just want to occupy high-value real estate for 10 years and then sell the lease. Okay, so here's how this works start to finish. Basically, a real estate developer comes into a town. This is a growing town. He wants to go in there, spend millions of dollars, and develop this.
Okay, well, he should spend millions of dollars on me. I take gifted subs, cash, checks, maybe using code Berry at checkout for 10% off your gamer subs order.
New shopping center area. You know, there's gonna be a Walmart there and a Best Buy and a Kohl's, and while he—
Okay. One, I have stories about all this. Walmart, I threw up in the parking lot there one time. I used to go there every time. It was like 2 in the morning and I had nothing to do when I was living in Louisiana. Best Buy, I hate that place. Every time I go in there, I feel like I'm getting robbed because I'll check the price and I check the price online. I feel like it's way worse. I hate Best Buy. Screw you, Best Buy. And Kohl's, actually, Best Buy is the first place I ever went dumpster diving. And Kohl's, That's wherever I had my Poke Walker and I left it at Kohl's and I had to go back and I cried and then my mom took me back to go pick up my Poke Walker and then it didn't even matter because it actually got stuck in my pockets whenever we washed the laundry and then my Pokemon got waterboarded.
He's building those 3 buildings. He's also going to build a bunch of blank slates, right? All the little strip malls around it. Maybe there's going to be a Verizon and a chiropractor and...
Okay, why is he naming every business I hate? This has to be rage bait. Verizon, screw you. You charge me so much every month for what? Also, chiropractor, you're fake and not real. You don't even have to get a medical license. Don't touch me.
Some little boutique, whatever the fuck.
Okay, you got me there.
Blank ones that are going to fill up later.
You have my sword, and you have my bow.
And mine.
So a mattress company like...
Okay, I do love Spirit Halloween. Every time it pops up, I go, yippee! And then I just walk around and then I leave.
Hypothetically, Mattress Firm will go to this real estate developer and be like, hey, I run Mattress Firm. We want to put a Mattress Firm inside this shopping center. We're willing to sign a 20 or 30 year lease right now that we will be there for the next 20 or 30 years.
Damn! Bookies, thank you for the prime! Giving it a great feed in the chat, thank you! Where do you think I'll be in 20 or 30 years? In the ground?
On top of that, we're a mattress store. I don't need much. I'm not like cooking food. I don't need extra ventilations for like oven hoods. I don't need anything fancy. I literally just need a big open room because I'm just gonna set a bunch of beds in it with 1 cash register and I'm gonna have 1 employee sitting there dicking off on their phone while they get 3 customers a day for the next...
Is that not the greatest job of all time? You don't have to do crap except sit there and play Angry Birds.
30 years. This means low building costs for the land developer, and it's a guaranteed income for the next 20 to 30 years, so they're willing to give Mattress Firm a really good deal on this 20 to 30 year lease. And this is why you'll see a Mattress Firm across the street from another mattress firm, because if it's a big enough shopping facility, they'll occupy multiple spots because, again, they're not actually there trying to sell mattresses. They just want to hold that location as long as possible until the property value goes up. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to break even for like 5 to 10 years, right? And mattresses have anywhere from a 50 to 900% markup. So these...
Really? For sleeping? Well, looks like somebody better bring me some sticks and some fabric because I'm done.
Mattress stores really only need to sell 3, 4, 5, 10 mattresses a week or a month to be able to break even and pay their cost. And then 5, 10 years down the road, once that town has continued to grow and businesses are coming in and cycling out, you know, like this boutique came in, it went out of business. Now there's more people in town, so they're bringing in a Subway, but now Subway's going to pay off.
Subway. Why don't we just use the bread as the mattresses? It's a double dip. They already got the yoga mats in it.
Higher lease rent because there's more people in that area. There's more shopping. The property value is always going up, but Mattress Firm is still locked in with that original 20 to 30 year lease at a fixed price. So they're paying way less than everybody else. It is at this point that they flip the script and they leverage the fact that their business fucking sucks, right? Nobody ever goes to a shopping center because they want to go to Mattress Firm. You know what I mean? They're not bringing in any foot traffic. Like, you know, there's a big shopping center, there's a Walmart there, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go grocery shopping, and while I'm going grocery shopping at Walmart, I'm also gonna stop by Kohl's, and while I'm there, I might as well stop at Verizon, and then we'll have lunch at Subway. So these shopping centers all kind of feed on one another, but Mattress Firm doesn't.
I think that's what they do with HEB too. Didn't we watch a video about HEB where they like rent out all the other stuff in the shopping center so people go and buy groceries and then after they're done, they go and get like a pizza or something?
Contribute anything to that, which is actually lowering the property values. So in the eyes of the real estate developer, the guy that actually owns the building, he's like, man, they're locked in for the next 20 years, but I wish I could get some other business in there, like a doctor's office or a dental office. Somebody that's bringing in foot traffic, because when that foot traffic
Maybe a Payless?
comes in, statistically, you know, 1 out of every 5 people isn't just going to go to the one place they went there for. They're going to stop at some of the other stores, and that's going to raise all my property values that much more, and then I get to charge everybody even more rent. So Mattress Firm, or whatever the mattress company is, then goes to the real estate owner and is like, hey, I'm willing to sublease this out to a dentist or a doctor or some other store that's going to generate more foot traffic. I get to keep the money. I'm paying, you know, $1,500 a month rent, $2,000 a month rent, whatever it is. Currently, Currently, that's valued at $4,000. So I'm just gonna pocket that $2,000, and then you're gonna let me do that because you're also generating all this foot traffic and you're gonna make your money on the rest of it. The other option is I'll just keep my mattress firm here for 20 fucking years and we can all suffer together.
No, not like that.
At this point, pretty much one of two things happens. The real estate owner agrees to let
Easy money. I was watching this video because I get like adult. Whoa! I was saying adult content. I get adult-oriented content on TikTok. Like for finances and stuff. And like lawyers and things like that. It sounds like I'm in a lawsuit. I'm not. I just think it's very interesting. There was like a video where they were ranking like the best investments you can have. And they were all saying that like the most S-tier investment you can have is actually a parking lot because you charge a lot of money for people to park. You don't have to worry about maintenance because nobody gives a fuck about maintenance in a parking lot anymore. Like, I think of the last parking lot you went to. Trash everywhere, holes everywhere, no security, everybody getting robbed, and you only buy the land and pave it, and that's it.
the mattress company do this, either letting them sublease or selling the lease outright for this discounted rate because they know that they're going to make money off the property values of increased foot traffic. Option B, that's not good enough for the real estate owner. They don't just want to make more money by increased foot traffic and increasing the rest of their property value. They also want to be able to charge fair market value on rent of that location. So instead of letting the mattress company make a bunch of money over the course of the next 2 decades by subleasing or selling the lease, they turn around and they're like, no, I'll just give you one big bulk sum of money so I can break the lease, then I can turn around and rent it for whatever I want.
Oh, how about instead of it being a mattress company initially, we just throw some go-karts in there, water slides, jumpy, bouncy castles, open it to the public, everybody can come and play at the arcade for free and then go home.
Basically, the real estate owner has to just pay them to leave. Like, the entire business model is just being like barnacles for shopping outlets. Like, I'm just gonna get here and I'm gonna fucking live here and survive and be a pain in the ass for everyone. If you want me to leave, it's gonna cost you. Okay, but that's like the small case-by-case basis, right? That's not where the real money's getting made, right? You gotta realize there's a certain amount of convenience in the fact that they own thousands of locations in every major city all over the entire
They got AOE!
country. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, to put it into perspective, there's like 17,000 Starbucks in the United States. There's somewhere
I am so happy I don't like coffee. I save so much money. No fancy coffee machine in my house. I'm not spending my money at Starbucks. I don't ever have to go out of my way to go buy coffee beans.
between 15 and 18,000 mattress stores in the United States. So where they make a shit ton of money is being able to leverage and bundle all of that together. Okay, so hypothetically, say there's a new urgent care clinic that wants to open up locations all across the United States. They want 500 locations in every major city all over the US. They've got pretty much
I didn't know the difference between urgent care and emergency services after I'm gonna be honest, I still don't know. I don't know why I was LARPing right there. I still don't know, because one time I did go to the urgent care and they said, you need to go to the ER. What are you doing here? I said, I don't know. I thought it was all the same. Then I went to the ER and they took my blood and then I passed out and projectile vomited everywhere and woke up and
three options. Option A, they can go and do 500 different leasing agreements with 500 different businesses all over the US, and it's going to take forever and be a fucking nightmare negotiating 500 times. And if that's the route they go down, they go in, they then have 500 different construction projects, right? Because all 500 different locations aren't going to be the same thing. They're taking
yeah, and they're never going to finish any of them. That's one thing I hate about construction projects in the US. You be driving down the street and they're not even done with the first one, and then they just start opening up little side quests for God knows what reason. God, pick a struggle, man!
over a frozen yogurt spot in this town, a Subway in this town, a dental office in this town. They've got to go in, re-gut everything, and build it from the ground up on the inside. Option B, they can build their own facilities brand new from the ground up, but that's an even worse option because now they have to go in and they have to deal with 50 different states that have 50 different laws, and then inside of those 50 different states, they've got to deal with 500 different cities that have their own municipal laws with
I give up. I don't want a job. I don't want a job. I don't want to be a business owner. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want hobbies. I don't want friends. I don't want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to talk to nobody. I want nothing to do with society. Anyways, welcome to my Twitch stream.
different codes every single time. They have to get everything rezoned for the right zoning. Then they have to go build and construct it, and the entire thing is going to take years. Option C, they can go to this mattress company that's got retail locations in all 50 states and all the locations that they already want, and all their locations are, again, already gutted. It's just a big, empty fucking room.
Okay, do we have a backrooms game inside of a mattress firm? I mean, at this point, we should. And also... Oh! I bumped my head. Don't do that again. I bumped my head. They warned me about that, but I did not care. Oh, hell no.
Basically, they get to move right in. Everything's already zoned. Everything's up to city code. They get to wheel out the mattresses, wheel their shit in. If they need to build a little something, they just throw it up in there, and they can be up and going in a couple of months. And with these humongous deals where it's like hundreds of millions of dollars going into an investment, time is money, so they're willing to pay a humongous premium for the convenience that this mattress company is offering them, so Mattress Company makes a shit ton of money. Okay, that's it. That's the business model. They're not laundering money. They're basically scalping retail real estate. That's essentially the entire business model.
Yeah.
Imagine you're playing Monopoly, except every spot on the board has a fucking mattress firm, and if you want to put a hotel there, you've got to buy Mattress Firm out.
Okay, that's actually a W idea. I want to play Monopoly, but nobody ever wants to. I really, really, really want to. It's just really hard to convince people.
That's their plan.
This is bullshit. All right, take it easy, man.
It's basically the retail version of a slumlord, right? That's what slumlords do. They go in, they buy up a bunch of single family housing. They just try to break even on it for 10, 15 years. Once the housing market's gone through the roof, they then turn around, sell the houses. That's where they make all their money. Mattress Firm is doing the exact same thing with...
Yeah, they're playing the long game. They're playing vain. They're trying to get to late game and then catch out.
retail shopping locations. That's it. So in conclusion, mystery is solved. Mattress companies, while they are absolutely everywhere, they're not up to something nefarious. They're not doing anything illegal. They're not a front for laundering money for the cartels.
They're stupid and dumb, and I hate them, and I hope they all spontaneously combust. Except for the sheep. I think he's kind of cute. Well, who was that? The Serta sheep?
They're quite literally just scalping retail real estate. Myth busted. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. All that's available over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang.
Out! Wait, after credits? After credits? No after credits. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. If you're new here, please come by the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/BerryCrepe, or use code Berry for 10% off your gamer subs order. It super helps me out. Anyway, BerryCrepe out. Ah!